Hey everybody, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about like my 2019 recap and my goals for 2020. So this will be my last video of 2019, I believe. I think I'm going to have this schedule uploaded for the last day of December. But yeah, let's just get right into the video. Okay, so we're just gonna go through the recap of 2019 first. So I think the first notable thing that happened to me in 2019 was I turned 16. Now, honestly, this wasn't even really a big milestone to me personally because I didn't really do anything when I turned 16. Like, I didn't get my driver's license, I didn't get a car, anything like that. I mean, of course, that's not really all that important, but yeah, so, I mean, honestly, like, I feel like 16 isn't anything too significant just because you still can't like do anything, like you still can't vote or buy lottery tickets, you know what I mean? Like, it's when you turn 16 there aren't a whole lot of things that it's like, oh, now you can do this because you're 16. I mean, of course there's like sometimes for like gym memberships or something you have to be 16, but other than that there's not a whole lot. So the next thing is definitely like probably the most monumental thing that has happened to me in like my whole entire life, which was graduating at 16. So I turned 16 in late January 19th to be exact, and then I graduated high school March 18th. So if it was just one day later, then it would have been exactly 2 months to the day, but it wasn't. So I mean, that kind of sucks just a little bit, but that's fine, honestly. So yeah, 2 months after I turned 16, I graduated high school. If you guys want a video that's more like in depth about that, just let me know in the comments down below. The next thing was I got my first ever real job. You know, I had like made money doing things for family or my mom before, but I had never had like an actual job. So in early May, I got a job at an outdoor recreation place, which basically it was like they just rented out like kayaks and canoes and grills and bouncy houses and campers and like games, like outdoor games and stuff, you know, stuff to host parties, events, stuff like that. And I mean, I was only there for like a month and it wasn't anything too special, I guess. It was kind of hard just because there was so much to learn in such a short amount of time, because it's not like this just a basic straightforward every single day is the same. It's gonna differ every single day because of like when people come to pick stuff up or like drop stuff off, just like having to learn all the different things about all the different things, you know, learning how to properly hook a trailer onto a truck, how to properly like get the kayaks and stuff off of the like big shelving that they were on. So it was just a total learning process that was kind of difficult. And even by like the last day that I worked there, I really was still like had no clue what I was doing. But that brings me to the next thing, which is I quit that job. So I guess I didn't really want to quit the job, but I had to because I moved. So I worked there for about a month and then we moved. And of course it was like stupid to get a job and then move, but we didn't know when we were gonna be moving. We could have been like moving when we did, which was like early June, or we could have been moving like not until December. Like, we didn't know. So it was just like, might as well just get a job just in case. And then a month later, it was pointless kind of, I guess, but it was nice to have that job because I had saved up enough money from that to be able to buy a bunch of stuff this Christmas, which was super awesome because I've never been able to actually buy anybody anything for Christmas with my own money, because like I've never had my own money, but then I had a job and I made enough that I managed to save it, and I'm kind of at the end of it, honestly, and I just can't fathom the fact that like it was like probably like what, 8 months or so that I managed to keep all that money and like not spend all of it, which having to quit my job because we were moving leads right into the whole moving thing. So we moved halfway across the country. We lived in a state that's in the middle of the country, and then we moved all the way to the coast. So, I mean, it was kind of an adjustment. Like, we came out here every few summers anyways, and I have lived out here before, when I was like 6 or 7, so it wasn't like too big of an adjustment, but we came from a place where it was snowy and blizzarding for like 9 months out of the year to here where it has snowed once. And so I have trouble feeling like it's actually like December, you know? Like it's literally gonna be January in, well, when you see this video, January will be tomorrow, but right now it's the day after Christmas, so you know, there's what, like less than a week or about a week until then, and I just cannot comprehend the fact that it's the end of the year just because I'm so used to it just having so much like snow and blizzard and this like terrible cold, like you can't go outside because it's so cold, whereas here, like it gets pretty chilly, but like it just mostly rains. Like we just don't have snow, you know? It snowed one time and it was gone within the same day. So that has just been a huge adjustment. But other than that, honestly, it's been just fine. I don't really miss where we used to live. Like I miss my friends and everything, but I don't miss the weather and the overall just like the vibe of the town, you know? The whole state, bad vibes. Here, just the town I live in, I'm not a huge fan of, but like the state is pretty good. And so, you know, there's other surrounding towns that have good vibes. I don't even know if this makes sense, but I'm sure somebody out there will like understand what I'm saying, you know? So then basically after that, like after we moved, the next 6 months, I did nothing. So this next thing isn't too significant, or at least I thought it wasn't, but then after it happened, I realized how big it was. So I found out about this film contest that they do in this state. It's like a statewide thing, you know, they get like probably thousands of entries. A lot of teachers assign this like contest as a project. So, you know, there's like a lot of kids who are doing this and a lot of kids who have to do this for school. So it's actually a big thing, I guess, but I didn't really take it too seriously, but I made a little video for it and I ended up winning first place. I didn't think anything of it. Like I didn't think I would win, but then I did, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll get like the check in the mail or whatever. But they ended up inviting me to like their headquarters that is in a totally different town. It's like 2 or 3 hours away from here. So we went up there and I got an award, and then I got a thing to get my money. Like they didn't do a check like I thought they would. They did, I believe it was an Amazon gift card or like an e-gift card. So that was cool. But then I got interviewed for a newspaper. So I was in 2 newspapers and I do have those articles. I'm not gonna show them though because they literally chose the worst pictures of me possible. Like usually, like it's not easy to get a good picture of me, but they really looked through all the pictures they had and they're like, this is the worst one, we're putting it in both newspapers. So that was, you know, kind of sucky, but it was just so interesting to see like how it was such a big deal, and everybody that worked in this office all came down to the one room and we all viewed it and everything, and it was so cool. Like I was super shy and nervous and stuff, but it was so cool, and I'm like so glad that I got to have that experience and everything. But like my point with like not thinking it was a big deal was because I didn't really think it was that big of a deal, but then I realized it actually was like a huge deal because like all the people that work there see it as being such a big deal, and that there was actually a lot of people who entered. So for me to win first place was insane. As well as I think they put it like all over like Facebook and Twitter and stuff, but I don't have Facebook or Twitter, so that didn't, like I didn't see anything on there, you know? But I was just scrolling through Instagram and I literally saw like, it was an advertisement, a sponsored post, you know, by them. Like the company, or not company, but like the organization it was through. And it was like my video as an advertisement, and it was insane. And they like had an article, and it was just crazy to just be randomly scrolling through Instagram and seeing like my name, and like I think they probably put like the town that I live in, which is kind of scary because like, could you not? Like it's a small town. But other than that, it was just insane to be able to literally just like Google this specific contest, or like the area that we live in. There were 2 of us that had won from this area. So it was a super huge big thing for them, just because like apparently nobody ever wins in this area, but 2 of us won this year. So it was just this huge thing. I could like Google the contest and my name would be all over it. So that was just, oh my gosh, like that was so insane. Like I still can't even believe that happened. But from that, I ended up getting a quite nice chunk of change. I will say it was $500. And with that $500, I bought this camera, the microphone that's on top of this camera, and these two lights. Sorry if you see I'm holding my phone because I have notes on here. And then I have these two lights back here, and I bought like a little light box thingy that I kind of wish I hadn't bought because I don't ever really use it and I don't know if I ever really will need to, but you know, I have that now. And I can't remember if there was anything else I bought. But yeah, so my point is I bought this like YouTube gear, which was so nice because now I'm able to film these types of videos, and I feel like this format, you know, instead of just like filming on my phone and filming like the table, like doing crafts and DIYs, being able to sit in front of a camera and talk to the camera, you get more views usually because it's like there's more people that enjoy that, I guess. And yeah, I don't know. But my point is I love that I got this new camera and everything so that now I can make the quality of my videos super good, hopefully, you know, and be able to grow my channel, because that is probably one of my biggest goals for 2020, which that actually, I believe that is in my list of goals, which I will be reading to you in 1 minute here. So my last 2019 recap, unless something insane happens within the next few days, is I cut my hair to have bangs. I mean, I didn't cut it, I went to somebody to cut it, and then I got it dyed half black and half red. It's super faded now because it's been maybe a month and a half, and then the black is definitely starting to fade quite a bit, and like you can see my natural hair color a lot more in it, but apparently red fades super easily anyway, so yeah. But after the red fades completely, I'm probably gonna dye it like blue or something, because it'll be easy enough to just bleach my roots again and then put blue. I'm just gonna do that at home because I seriously cannot afford to get my hair done again. And then the black will be easy enough to just put some black on it because I didn't need to bleach it. And I know that's not super significant to like this year, but I think it's just because it's one of those things, like I have wanted to dye my hair for so long, at least a year. I mean, I've wanted to dye my hair since like, I don't know, ever since I was younger, and knew that I would never really be able to do it because I didn't think I'd be allowed to. But then my mom was just like, you can dye your hair, I don't care. And so I dyed it. But like I've wanted to do this specific, like the half red, half black for probably a good solid year now. So then I actually got to do it. So that was super awesome. And I feel like it was just kind of like this like turning point of me finally being able to like change how I look very drastically. I mean, it's just like a hair color and a haircut, but you know, it looks different, and I think it looks nicer because I personally hate my hair color. And when I didn't have bangs, I'm just all forehead. So it made me super self-conscious. So bangs. I still look like I have a big forehead, but like it just, there's curtains over it now. So it's not as bad. And also my bangs are, I tried to straighten them and then they were too straight. And then this kind of looks bald, but it's not bald. It's just because my bangs aren't right there. And it just kind of, yeah. So let's get into the like 2020 goals. Also, if I say the 2019 goals or I say that I recap 2018, it's because I mentally cannot fathom that we are already in 2019 and we have lived it for the past year, because I'm still under the impression that it is currently 2018 and we're going into 2019, just because I literally can't believe that the decade is gonna be over in like a week, less than a week. I have my phone, I should look. 5 days. I thought it was closer to a week, but it is 5 days. When you're watching this, it'll be like the next day will be January. Hopefully, I'm really hoping I can get this video out, which I think I'll be able to get it out. I think it'll be good. And then I will have a video, a 2019 interview coming out. I just said 2019. I mean 2020. I'll have a video talking about like my current like place in the YouTube world. So then in 2021, I can look back and be like, oh my God, my channel was so small. Or maybe I'll just be like, it's 2021 and I no longer have a YouTube channel. Yeah, that'll be interesting. But anyways, let's just get right into the 2020 goals. So my first thing is like, I hope I go to college or get a job. Basically, I need social interaction. So I'm graduated and I graduated at 16. So realistically, I graduated in March. So I could have gone to college the beginning of this year, but we had like just moved. So we didn't even actually know like where exactly we were gonna live or anything like that. And also we didn't know what school was good, and it was just too big of a jump for me at that point. And so, I mean, my mom wants me to start college in January because it'll be the new semester, but I don't want to because it makes me very anxious to just start like in the middle of the year, you know? So I kind of want to like just not go, but I might, I don't know, we'll see. Or I just really hope to get a job because like I just sit at home all day, and like it's great to be able to film YouTube videos and have as much free time as I want to do what I want, but like I want money. And I'm currently not monetized because I'm not up to the threshold, which like I had been monetized, but then they changed the threshold. So I currently have $41.41 just sitting in my YouTube, like chilling there waiting for me to hit the threshold so I can start making money again, so that I can actually get up to like, I think it's like $100 limit, like you have to get up to 100 to cash out. But anyways, my point is I just hope that I'm doing something this year to make friends. And obviously I feel like it's kind of a given that something will happen where I'm able to be around people, make friends hopefully. But like, it's just a goal of mine, is like I really hope something changes. So I keep just looking down at my notes on my phone, and apparently the second thing I wrote was literally I want to hit the monetization threshold this year, which like I literally just touched on, so like I feel like I don't have to talk about that a whole lot. But yeah, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 public watch hours in the past 12 months, which honestly that kind of sucks because I have like 2,000 watch hours in the lifetime of my channel, but since a lot of that happened before like 12 months ago, I can't even like use any of that. So that kind of sucks. But I'm currently at 448 hours or something, I think, which it's a lot and everything, but it's not close to 4,000. So yeah, I'm like probably like 1/10 of the way there. So that kind of sucks, and I hope I can change that and start building up more watch hours. And then I'm at like 240 subscribers. I think I actually hit 240 today, which is the day after Christmas, so the 26th. So when you're watching this, it might be even higher. I hope it's higher. You never know though. Basically, that's just my goal, is to hit the threshold so that I can be monetized. I know YouTube isn't about the money, but I've spent so much money and time and stuff on this that I kind of just want to get some money going, you know? But also because then if I were making money off of YouTube, then I would be able to use it like as a job, so then I wouldn't have to get a regular job and I'd be able to focus more on it, focus more of my time on it, as well as like put more like effort, time, creativity, all of that into it. Because right now, not making money off of it and just kind of doing it as just like kind of whatever, I just feel like I don't put as much into it as I should and as much as I want to, just because I kind of feel like it's such a chore. I've been doing this for 4.5 years, so it just feels like a chore at this point, and I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm burnt out. I don't know, honestly. We'll see. We'll see if I'm even still doing YouTube this year. I personally though, like I don't want to stop because, I don't know, I like doing this. So my next thing is that like I want to go somewhere cool or go on a road trip, even if it was like just like to the next state over, or going, I just want to go somewhere cool, you know? I mean, that probably won't happen though, because when I turn 18, I want to go to Hawaii. That probably won't happen, but you never know. So I should probably just like not do too much this year so that I can save up a bunch of money for that, so that I can just go crazy when I turn 18 and, you know, go somewhere else. I mean, I could literally go to a different country. You know, I want to do something big for my 18th birthday, and that'll be in like 1 year and 25 days, I think. I don't know. Oh my god. My birthday is in like 25 days or so, and that's kind of crazy. And so my next thing is I want to make more films, I guess. I don't really know what I mean by that. I guess I just mean like the cinematic, artsy, nature type things. I've made a few of them in the past, and obviously they weren't too good, but I'd like to make more stuff that's like that, and it would be better quality now because I've had so much more experience, and also because I have a good camera now. So I'm just hoping that I can do more of that this year, which after it's a little farther into the year will definitely be like more likely be able to do that, just because right now it's still like kind of cold out, as well as like it's always raining, so I don't want to take my camera like out into the woods if it's just gonna rain the whole time, because this camera is expensive and I don't want to break it with water. So this next thing I've already touched on as well, but I literally just plan a trip for my next birthday, which is a year away, but I'll be 18, so I want to do something big. And I've literally already said almost that exact same thing already in this video, so yeah, I want to do something big this year. Or not this year, next year, when I turn 18. And then my next thing is like, I want to explore and go on adventures and be more creative, meaning I want to like go up to the rainforest, I want to go to the beach, I want to like go different places and make a lot of memories and get a lot of experiences and just see all this like cool nature stuff that is within driving distance of me now, as well as I want to be more creative and make more creative content. And I kind of want to start doing short films. Like, I've already done one, but it was horrible. I don't recommend it, but I want to actually start doing short films. But the biggest thing with that is like, I'm kind of need actors for that, but like I don't have friends, so I don't have any fellow teenagers to just rope into projects that they'll help me with for free. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Like, I hope I have friends soon so that I have some free actors. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So the very last thing I have on my notes is I just want to have a good year. And honestly, I want that to be the vibe for 2020. Like, I just want it to be a good year. The past, I don't know, like, my whole life, I feel like every single year has just kind of gone downhill a little bit. And this year, like, I feel like this year didn't really get better, but it also didn't go down. It was just kind of like this, like, steady, I want to say plateau, but I'm pretty sure plateau is like this. I don't know. But this year was just pretty boring, you know? I mean, the first 6 months of it were basically me just trying to graduate high school, and then I graduated high school, and then I was like focused on stupid boys, and I mean, I just refer to them as stupid boys, so you guys know how all that went down. And then moving, so it was just kind of like some craziness for that first little bit, and you know, and then I had a job and everything in there too, and then the next 6 months, or actually 7 months, was just nothing. It was just like very boring, which honestly I am not mad about. I'd rather have it be like boring than crazy stuff happening all the time, like bad crazy, you know? So yeah, I just had a pretty boring life this year, but it's fine. I hope next year will be better though, and then I'll actually like go out and do stuff and be like happier and more productive and creative in life. Honestly, that's it. I just hope to have like a good year. I just hope to have a happy year. I hope you guys have a good year, have a happy year. Tell me in the comments down below one thing you did this year, 2019, and one goal you have for 2020. And I hope you guys have an amazing 2020 as well. Other than that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, bye.